All right. Well, thank you very much for coming to the first Assembly Committee on Human Services for the 15-16 legislative session. Look, we do have a quorum here, so we'll ask the Secretary please do a roll call.
Chu.
Here.
Mays.
Here.
Calderon. Lopez.
Here.
Mainshine.
Here.
Stone. Thurmond.
Here.
We do have a quorum. Thank you very much. And today we have 5 items to vote on. But first of all, I want to adopt the committee rules. All the members had a chance to read the committee rules. Any amendment changes? Can I entertain a motion?
Move approval.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and a second. We need a Madam Secretary to call the roll.
Chu.
Yeah.
Chu, aye.
Aye.
Mays.
Yes.
Mays, aye. Calderon.
Aye.
Calderon, aye. Lopez.
Aye.
Lopez, aye. Mainshine. Mainshine, aye. Stone. Thurmond.
Aye.
Thurmond, aye.
All right, great.
Adopted.
So the adopted, and I'll leave the roll open for five minutes, toward the end of the meeting, so for all those members that got stuck in the other committee to add on. All right, so the first bill that we're going to take on is from Assembly Member Overnaughty. That would be bill number 271.
Item number 4.
Item number 4. Assembly Member Overnaughty, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members. So I think many of us in the legislature are passionate about enabling the use of technology to make our state agencies more efficient. And in particular, I'm passionate about eliminating regulatory and legislative hurdles that we might put in the way. I'm sorry, Mr. Chair.
Excuse me, I just want to make sure your microphone is on.
Oh,
Or am I doing something wrong here?
well, I think it's on.
You're up.
Can you? Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So in particular, I think we're passionate about eliminating legislative hurdles that might be in the way of using technology to make our state agencies more efficient. So this bill, AB 271, is a small attempt to correct one of those hurdles. This bill concerns the child care the providers of child care that are contracted to the California Department of Education. So as you can imagine, with a business like that, there are substantial record-keeping requirements that those agencies are required to undergo. A few years ago, we passed a bill out of this body to enable those agencies to maintain those records in electronic format if they were created in electronic format. This bill would add on to that and enable them to maintain those records in electronic format regardless of what format they originated in. Now, I'm told that this change would save those agencies hundreds of thousands of dollars annually that they're spending on warehousing costs. And I would much rather see that money spent on provision of child care to our children than spent on warehousing thousands and thousands of pages of paper. So I want to be clear, first of all, that this is not creating a mandate, that this is only enabling those agencies to store those records on paper. The decision to do that would be up to them. I also want to be clear that this is not enabling the use of any taxpayer dollars to build the systems necessary to facilitate the storage of those records on paper. Those dollars would be spent by the agencies at their option if they elected to do so. Now, the Human Services Committee staff members have come up with a number of, I think, very good points about the bill and some proposed amendments. And also I understand that the State Controller's Office has some proposed amendments. And should the bill pass through this committee today, I'm committed to working with both of those agencies to incorporate those amendments in the bill because I think they strengthen the bill and they certainly don't weaken it. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to Diane Micheletti from CAPA, and she has a few more words to say on the bill.
Welcome, Diane. You have 3 minutes.
Denise Micheletti, representing the California Alternative Payment Program Association. And clarification, our members are public and private mixed delivery systems that contribute to support parental choice and access to child care. I'm only here to support you with background and answer questions if the committee members have it. We have 2 witnesses, Tina Barna, representing Choices for Children, and Jeff Mariah from Crystal Stairs, LA. Both of them were instrumental in crafting the bill.
Thank you. My name is Tina Barna, and I am with Choices for Children. We're considered a small rural alternative payment program serving El Dorado and Alpine counties. I'm here today to speak in favor of this. As you can see, I brought a few things with me. This only represents 2 families. This is not multiples, this is just 2 families. One of the reasons one is so huge is because they have 5 children and we're required to keep documents on every single child, and that multiplies as time goes on. The other is very large because it's a self-employed family, and so there's a lot of documentation that's also required besides everything for the children. For our particular county, we're currently serving 325 children. At the height, before all the cuts, we were serving 650 children. The costs for storage are not as big for us as some of the larger urbans, but what we have is space problems. In order to serve our population, we have 3 small offices instead of 1 large space. So that's part of the issue. But there's also an issue of staff cost for documenting these, filing them away, bringing them back out when it's time to do the shredding because our 5 years have gone on. So that's part of the additional cost that would be less. Okay? I started with APs 25 years ago when we did absolutely everything by hand and there weren't computers to do it. What I can tell you is because of the new technologies over these years, there's less errors. It's ease of reading for auditors to see what's on the page because you're not looking at handwriting. And for our 3 small rural offices, we're also linked by technology. And I can only figure that the auditors, I know for me, auditing files to make sure that we are in compliance, I can look at any file in any of our offices at any time. That's actually an ease of auditing. And the bill is also written to be flexible so we can do as much as we're capable of doing as time goes on. So it's not a mandate to do it immediately. We can grow into switching everything into electronic. Thank you.
Great.
Move the bill.
Second.
All right. Do you want to finish your testimony?
Sure, I'll be very brief. My name is Jeffrey Moreta.
2 minutes.
Sounds good.
I'm glad you're not bringing all those papers for me to digest still. 2 minutes.
Sounds good. My name is Jeffrey Moreta, Crystal Stairs in Los Angeles. We are one of the larger agencies in California. We service 10,000 children a month and 10,000 families and 16,000 children a month. Our cost for storing files like this is $120,000 a year. Being able to store this electronically would cut our costs immediately by 50%, So we would drop about $60,000 a year if we were able to store this electronically.
Great. Thank you very much. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to add on to support?
Mr. Chair and members, Bron Shea Jones on behalf of Knowledge Universe and our nearly 200 centers in strong support.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kathy Sunderling with the County Welfare Directors Association in support.
Good afternoon, Kevin Aslan, Coalition California Welfare Rights Organization. Strong support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Philip Warner, Children's Council of San Francisco, in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Garth Bunzy, also of the Children's Council of San Francisco, in strong support.
Thank you.
Carol Thompson, Executive Director, Child Care Links, Alameda County, in strong support.
Good. Thank you. The member has any question for the witnesses? Seeing none, there's any opposition? Seeing none, any people want to add on to the opposition? No. All right. Clerk, can we do a? I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Alberta, you got a chance. Opportunity to close.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll just say this is a common sense measure. It's going to free up hundreds of thousands of dollars to provide additional child care services to our children. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
All right. Roll call.
You want to call that motion?
Oh, I have to read a motion. Okay. Okay. The recommendation where we have somebody move the motion, and the second is to pass as amended to the Appropriation Committee. Is that the motion? Thank you.
Chu?
Aye.
Chu, aye. Mays?
Aye.
Mays, aye. Calderon?
Aye.
Calderon, aye. Lopez?
Aye.
Lopez, aye. Mainshine? Mainshine, aye. Stone? Thurmond?
Aye.
Thurmond, aye. Bill is out.
All right, so if the vote is out, like I say, I'll keep the roll open for 5 minutes at the end of the meeting. So,
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Chair.
very much. Thank you. The next one we'll pick up is item number 3. That will be Mr. Gomez. Welcome, Mr. Gomez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Item number 3, AB 211.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice Chair, and members. Currently, wages and benefits for IHSS providers are bargained at the county level with local public authorities. Existing law states that the California In-Home Support Services Authority will assume the employer responsibility for collective bargaining in a coordinated care initiative county once any component of the CCI, which is also known, Coordinated Care Initiative is also known by, occurs in a county. AB 211 would require the state authority to assume the employer responsibility for collective bargaining in all 58 counties in California beginning January of 2016. This bill would effectively delink the transition to state-level collective bargaining from every other aspect of the Coordinated Care Initiative. This is a bill that's identical to a bill we introduced last year. I have several witnesses here to testify and answer any questions you may have.
Move the bill.
Second. Do I have a second? All right, please, Mr.
Mr. Chairman and members, my name is Wally Pelote. I represent the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, as well as the United Domestic Workers of America. And we're here in support of the bill, and we would like to commend Assemblymember Jimmy Gomez for carrying the bill. The legislature back in 2012, you moved 8 counties up to the state level for the purpose of collective bargaining. What we like in asking this bill is that we move the additional 50 counties. And we do this for many reasons. First, last year when the legislature was asked to take out the IHSS workers out of the paid sick leave, you guys did that. The governor indicated from the administration that they wanted that to be collectively bargained. This bill would allow that to happen. And then all of the different issues that collective bargaining will put on the table will happen if this bill becomes law. We do not want to only do the 8 counties and discriminate against the additional 50 counties. So we're asking the legislature to delink the CCI so you can move all of the 50 counties up to the state level to join the additional 8 counties. And then let us start working with the administration and CalHR on taking a look at how do we then move forward to set up a collective bargaining process. It is fair for those workers who work minimum wage in order to provide the services for the most vulnerable in our society. And we ask the legislature today, everyone, to vote in favor of just doing exactly what the bill is asking so we can then move forward. Thank you so very much for allowing me my testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. My name is Christina Boss Hamilton. I'm here representing UDW, which is an affiliate of AFSCME. We are co-sponsors of the bill. This is a huge priority for our organization because it is an unsustainable model to be collectively bargaining with, on the one hand, county level supervisors, and then on the other hand, the statewide authority. I believe that my colleague, Mr. Pelote, has framed our arguments very eloquently, and I really don't have much more to add.
Mr. Chair, members, Robert Harris, representing Service Employees International Union and our 250,000 plus IHSS workers across California. This is a common sense thing. Right now, 1 county's in statewide bargaining. It only makes sense to have it as a unified system. The state's able to make better decisions. And the second thing that this does is it gives financial stability to the counties because it locks their MOUs, maintenance of effort amounts in place, which hasn't been done yet. And it's a good thing for counties, and it's a good thing for our workers, and it's a good thing for the state of California. So we respectfully request your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody wanted to add on to support?
Hi, Mike Montgomery with the Congress of California Seniors. We support this bill.
Good afternoon. Michael Young, California Labor Federation, also here in support.
Thank you very much. Is there any oppositions? witnesses? Well, seeing none, we have a motion and a second.
I have a few questions. Why January 1, 2016? Why not January 1, 2017?
Well, as it stands, we've been waiting 3 years for this to happen. I guess you could argue that, you know, there's no reason why it shouldn't be 2017, but we think that this is a question of achieving parity with our members, and for us, the sooner the better. Otherwise, you know, again, we have an untenable structure.
With current IHSS workers, whether you're in San Bernardino County, Riverside County, Alameda County, currently every county has a different wage. That's correct. Would this bill move that to where all of the IHSS workers statewide would be, or would they be negotiated county by county?
The bill wouldn't affect wages or benefits or anything at all. It would simply allow for the collective bargaining mechanism to exist. Wages would remain as they are until such time that a new agreement is bargained between the union and the employer.
And when it's a statewide, under statewide bargaining, would it require that that agreement have one wage statewide, or would it still be county by county?
There would be no requirement. It would remain county by county, at least for the foreseeable short-term future. I think having regional differences in wages is just the reality that we're in right now.
Great. Thanks. Thank you for the question. Any other question? Mr. Thurman?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, more just to share that we've taken up the issue of IHSS many times in the Budget Subcommittee on Health and Human Services. And as we talked about the Community Coordinated Care Initiative, one of the things that we've seen is that there have been some ramp-up difficulties. So I would say that one of the reasons why 2016 makes more sense than 2017 is that this will help to facilitate some of the ramp-up of the CCI by getting this streamlined so that all counties are bargaining in the same way through the same process. What we've seen is that IHSS provides care for the people with the greatest needs, thereby basically saving the state a lot of money. Because without IHSS, a lot of the folks who are served would have to be in institutional care. And so that's why, you know, I thought about your question and what we've seen. CCI is still trying to ramp up. This is one more step that would help to promote consistency and to help that rollout of the CCI initiative that much more efficient.
And Mr. Chair, just one more question.
Sure.
I think I've got the answer to this, but I just want to make sure it's on the record. Is there anything in this bill that would make IHSS workers considered state employees?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Great. Any other questions from the members? Seeing none, Mr. Gomez, you want to close?
Yeah. We've already answered the question if IHSS workers should be moving up to a statewide authority. That was already decided. This is really just actually getting it done. When it comes to the issue of different wages, it's you've seen this in the past when it comes to labor unions when they have a new unit that joins on and the wages are different. That all has to be negotiated. That all has to be kind of balanced out because you don't want the like shocks right into the system, into the budget. So it's something that the bargaining process will take care of, but I have no doubt that it'll be taken care of in a responsible way because you don't want to also jeopardize the workers who are getting paid more than the other workers. So it's a balancing act, but I have no doubt it will be taken care of through the collective bargaining process. So I ask for your aye vote, and I thank you for your time.
All right. Great. So can we ask the clerk to call the roll?
Chu.
Aye.
Chu, aye. Mays.
Aye.
Mays, aye. Calderon. Aye. Calderon, aye. Lopez.
Aye.
Lopez, aye. Mainshine. Stone. Aye. Stone, aye. Thurmond.
Aye.
Thurmond, aye. The bill is out.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you very much. So the vote is out. The recommendation is passed to the Appropriation Committee. All right, the next one is item 2, Assemblymember Garcia on AB 188. Ms. Garcia.